understand Senator Ken Haar is here.
Thank you very much. Not only for the opportunity of being able to speak, but the opportunity to drive up here today was just great. I'm going to wear a hat given to me by one of the experts that Senator Dept talked about. His name is Francis Penry, and he's been drilling water wells in this area forever. The picture on here is a little man standing beside a gusher of water. Imagine. Well, everywhere I go in the state, farmers, ranchers, small business owners, average citizens come up to me and say, you know what, we're really apprehensive. We support the pipeline, but why would we put it over the aquifer? This is a quote from our governor in yesterday's Journal Star. Another quote from our governor, and this is from September 22nd, the Omaha World Herald. I emphasize very candidly and directly to TransCanada officials that I supported a change in the route. I told reporters at the press conference. I don't think they're going to do that. And then in another release from September 1st in the Omaha World Herald, he said, deny the permit and change the route. It's a route that could potentially contaminate our water supply. We don't want to do that. Well, I also have some quotes here. Senator Johans, U.S. Senator Johans, they picked the wrong route. I wish I could tell you that man-made things never break, but they break. Why would you want to dump oil into the aquifer? And U.S. Senator Ben Nelson, state officials need to protect the Ogallala aquifer and choose a different route. The current route puts the Ogallala aquifer at risk and lacks support in Nebraska. And then, Congressman Fortenberry had similar comments, and then back in January, 21 state senators signed a letter, and it ends this way. We strongly agree with Senator Johans in urging the State Department to consider a route that avoids the sand hills and minimizes exposure to the aquifer. So I guess you could say some pretty important Nebraska politicians think we ought to have a different route. So my message to the State Department is the majority of Nebraskans oppose the pipeline going to the sand hills. And now I want to speak to the people of Nebraska. We have asked politely, we've asked TransCanada to move the pipeline. We've asked the State Department to delay or deny. And in a meeting I had with Undersecretary Dr. Jones, assured me that the national interest does include state interests and that the decision has not been made. So now, okay, we have some options. One, we can sit and wait for the U.S. State Department to act, hoping that state says no and we have time next session to pass a siting. But if the permit to cross the border is approved and we have no siting law in place, then TransCanada will float the Keystone Pipeline right through the sand hills and take care of us Canadians. That's a comforting thought. And by the way, just an aside, in the State Department's own FEIS statement, it says that for 65 miles of the route through Nebraska, that the water level is an average of 10 feet or less. 10 feet or less. Most of that is in the sand hills. Some of it's down by the Black River. So, do you like option one? I don't. Or option two. The legislature can step up to the plate and enact a siting law before State Department acts. And I think we prefer option two. So, do we... Do we have the authority? Yes, we do. Senator Dept covered that. Can we wait? No, we can't. We know that if we don't act before the end of this year, and the likelihood is that the pipeline will go through the sand hills. So, the most important question at this point is, does the legislature have the backbone or courage, I guess is a better word, to act? Senator Dubas has the courage. And the Senator Tyson Larson from this area has said he will support a special session. I want to thank you for that. So, there will be a call for a special session, and those results will be made public. There is no ducking this issue. So I want you to ask you to call your state senator and ask them to support the call. And thank them if they are. Call your friends, tell them to do the same. This is an historic moment for the Nebraska legislature to step up to protect the citizens of Nebraska and Nebraska's most valuable natural resource, which is water. Thank you.
Thank you. Now can we ask